cold and she's tough, not always lovable. I don't know if the world sees the French like this, but that's her description. I would say she's the less broken one. I think the other ones needs to have like revenge about like personal life, and they're just like super disappointed about the word and their jobs. And I think Chu is disappointed about herself, so it's kind of like different from the others in that point of view. I think she wants to just fix something for her first, and there is something beautiful about that character. It's just at some point she's just gonna fall in love in a way, and just like let it go a little bit, and not being the one who just like shoot people in a really cold way. So that was very interesting to have like all those layers.
네, 정말 냉철한 그런 캐릭터를 맡았습니다. 항상 이렇게 사랑스럽지 않은 그런 캐릭터를 맡았고요. 하지만 그렇다고 해서 상처가 없는 그런 캐릭터는 아닙니다. 다른 캐릭터들을 보면은 이 세상에 실망을 하고 자신이 하고 있던 일에 실망을 하고 있지만 제 캐릭터 같은 경우는 자기 자신에 실망한 부분이 큽니다. 바로 이것이 다른 캐릭터와 차별점이 주어지는 부분이 아닌가라고 생각을 하는데요. 그렇기 때문에 뭔가 자기 자신에 대해서 뭔가를 변화를 먼저 가져오려고 하는 것이고, 이게 이 캐릭터의 매력 포인트인 것 같습니다. 그래서 굉장히 냉철하게 이렇게 총을 계속 쏘아대지만 이 부분이 또 굉장히 흥미로운 부분이 아닌가라고 생각을 합니다.
네, 정말 각양각색의 개성과 매력으로 무장한 6명의 고스트팀이 시청자들의 마음을 단단히 사로잡을 것 같은 느낌이 들고요. 또 빼놓을 수 없는 게 바로 액션이죠. 액션. 식스 언더그라운드는 정말 지상 최대의 액션이 정말 무한대로 한계 없이 담아냈다고 합니다. 피렌체 거리를 누비는 카체이싱, 두오모 성당을 내달리는 파쿠르 액션, 그리고 유람선 마그넷 액션 등등 정말 화끈하고 짜릿하고 폭발적인 액션을 탄생시키기까지 우리 배우분들이 액션 비하인드들이 있을 것 같아요. 어떤 액션씬이 가장 기억에 남는지 여쭙고 싶습니다.
I think these ghosts look absolutely amazing, and I'm sure that they will be sure to win the hearts of all of the Korean audiences and worldwide as well. And we get the sense that there is endless action in the film. We saw the car chases through the streets of Florence in Italy, parkour at the top of the Duomo, and the largest magnet in the world in your action scene. So how was it like for the actors experiencing such heavy action?
Melanie?
We were tired after 5 months. But also like the movie, the shooting started with that car chase for like a month of shooting, which was maybe the weirdest but also like the funniest way to meet a cast, because you're like stuck in a car and everything is crazy around you, and you shoot in real streets, which is probably why that opening scene is so amazing and new. I feel like there is something new about the action scenes, something we've never seen before. It's because we're just like in real locations and everything feels so real and crazy. But then, you know, like after a week we were like, okay, this is gonna be like this for 5 months, so let's do it. Let's try to survive.
네, 정말 피곤했습니다. 하지만 또 동시에 이 영화 촬영을 하면서 저희가 첫 촬영 씬이 그 차 추격 씬으로 시작을 했거든요. 그래서 어떻게 보면 이런 식으로 출연진을 처음 대면하게 되는 게 조금 특이한 경험이 아닌가라고 생각을 했는데, 또 특이했던 점이 저희가 실제 거리에서 촬영을 했습니다. 그래서 이게 그 액션씬에서는 본 적이 없는 정말 새로운 경험이 아니었나라고 생각을 합니다. 실제 로케에서 모든 게 이렇게 실제로 촬영이 됐습니다. 근데 한 일주일 정도 이렇게 지나고 나니까 이런 식으로 5달 동안 이어지겠구나라고 생각을 하게 되었습니다.
그렇지만 정말 압도적인 액션의 식스 언더그라운드에서 만날 수 있지 않을까 기대를 해봅니다.
We look forward to the truly action-packed movie, Six Underground.
네. 자, 혹시 라이언 레이놀즈 씨도 액션 비하인드?
Ryan, any stories regarding the heavy action?
Well, look, I've been lucky enough to work in this business for over 25 years now, and I don't think I've ever worked on a movie that had this kind of scale and scope. And just the fact that they're bringing this to Netflix is a real sign of the times and how things are changing. You know, this is a movie that is so big and so muscular and such an event that I was just kind of floored the whole time. I sort of felt like a student again watching the movie and watching not just the way Michael Bay works and moves the camera around, but the entire team around him. And for me that was a real, it's a real lesson in a lot of things too. I also really am a huge fan, and I've always been a fan of the analog type of visual effects as opposed to computer-generated visual effects. I love that so much of what you see in this movie actually happened. So much of what we see in this movie are stunts that are being performed by incredibly talented stunt people who are some of the most overlooked crew members in this entire industry. And some of the feats that they pulled off were just truly, I feel like, some of the most remarkable things that audiences are ever going to see, particularly here in Korea. I think they're going to love seeing this kind of film and seeing what it has to offer. So I'm really excited.
예, 제가 25년